got here, and it was just one cancellation after the other, and it was really scary looking out on the tarmac.
Right now at 9 o'clock, a washout across South Florida, flooding, closing Fort Lauderdale International Airport, canceling more than 300 flights today. Schools in Broward County canceled. The inside of Fort Lauderdale City Hall flooded as well. A lot going on. We want to thank you so much for joining us. I'm Erin Guy. Scattered severe thunderstorm expected in our area as well. Because of that, we are calling today a first warning weather day. And we have live team coverage for you this morning. My co-anchor, Stephen Graves, and reporter Caleb Califano. They're at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport talking to passengers stranded at their gates. Josie Carbonari bringing you the latest from I-95. First warning meteorologist Vanessa Vanette and Sandra Shaw. They're tracking the latest impacts. We want to start with Vanessa.
And good morning. So we are under that slight risk for strong to severe weather as we head into the afternoon hours. So as you can see right behind me, Vero Beach down into Boca Raton, just east of Belle Glade and Okeechobee, we're under that slight risk, meaning scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected, and some of them could turn severe with those wind gusts over 60 miles per hour. And we could also see a few tornadoes as well after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's all because of a low pressure system in the Gulf of Mexico attached to a trough. So that warm front will basically lift to the north in the next 24 hours, will bring us lots of tropical moisture in the afternoon hours. Currently now it's actually looking really nice. We're tracking a lot of sunshine, a couple clouds, and a few light showers just east of Ocean Boulevard, even out towards Kenner Highway near Indiantown, seeing some showers. But as you can see in my hour-by-hour forecast, temperatures will stay in the low to mid 80s, very warm, and due to the daytime heating, we're going to see those stronger thunderstorms developing after 1 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And notice those icons. Severe weather most likely between 3 and 7 o'clock this evening, and 1 or 2 may turn to a severe thunderstorm warning. So we'll keep you updated on that. So for more on this and our local impacts, let's send things over to Sandra Shaw.
All right, thanks a lot, Vanessa. The big news is that the Fort Lauderdale International Airport, almost 2 feet of rain. In some locations recorded more than 25 inches right in the areas near the airport. Those pockets of heavy rain, again likely, and it's going to be falling on flooded conditions already. I mean, you saw the live shots at the airport. It is still volatile. Flood watch up for Metro Broward and Miami-Dade. Storm impacts for us today are going to be, again, these late afternoon and evening thunderstorms with the potential for high torrential downpours, strong wind gusts, a very high potential for that. The once in a here and there maybe small hail, and then isolated tornadoes are also in a medium risk zone for today. So it's going to be remaining quite volatile as we head into the late afternoon hours, different than that shield of rain that just trained over the same spot yesterday. But some slow movers starting to move in at about 3 o'clock. Where you see the darker purples and reds, those are the more intense storms, and those are the ones where we'll see the blinding rains and the rain-wrapped, maybe possible tornadoes. As we move it through later into the afternoon and evening, we're going to see more of the same. Seas still churned up. It's going to be gusty with the winds out there, so we'll keep you posted throughout.
Sandra and Vanessa, thank you so much. Well, right now, this is what people in Broward County are doing to get through the flooding. Look at this. They're having to avoid so many areas. Roads practically turned into rivers. Frustrated travelers being told that their flights are canceled at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. This is inside the airport where they even saw a lot of rainwater. And because of flooding on the tarmac, they have had to close the airport till at least noon, we're told. I want to send it to my co-anchor, Stephen Graves, live from the airport this morning. Stephen, what are you seeing?
Aaron, good morning. We're here on the top level of Terminal 2 because the lower level is closed. And like you said, in the next 3 hours or so, the airport is expected to open up. And I say expected because look here, we're still dealing with this mess on the tarmac. This is a live look right now. On the runway, as you can see, it looks like a small pond as far as the eye can see. And beyond that, as you're driving in on the ramps, you can see what I describe sort of like a car graveyard. Those cars stalled in the water there, in the floodwaters, those hazard lights on. So there's still a lot of drying out that needs to happen here. So you do wonder if flights will be taking off at noon. We're of course going to be watching that. But let's take you to some video now. As we've been telling you, this is all because of nearly a foot of rain that fell in a matter of hours in Fort Lauderdale. You're looking at new video now, bird's eye view of the city, giving you just an idea of what people are waking up to this morning. Drivers trying to navigate those flooded streets, stalling out and getting towed. A person even had to ditch their car, taking their chances with a canoe. Now, this is what we know. Schools in Broward, we know, are also closed as officials try to get everything back in order. We've also learned Fort Lauderdale's City Hall is closed, like you mentioned, Aaron, earlier. The ground floor is flooded. Staff working to restore power to that building. And across Broward County, about 1,200 people are still without power right now. And again, we're expecting the airport to open up at noon, but in the meantime, we have some passengers who have been stranded here as well. I want to bring in our Caleb Califano. We've seen through the morning shows, Caleb, you've been here all morning talking to these passengers. Tell us what you've been hearing.
Well, Stephen, we've seen people waiting here 12 hours, 15 hours. We've seen people from across the country, international as well, all of them really wanting to do the exact same thing, find out what the next steps are after noon. We've talked to so many people from Canada, New York, Jamaica as well, and all of them really are just trying to gather together, figure out, join together, and just try to wait this out. We've seen people camping out in the middle of the baggage claim, setting up blow-up mattresses. We've talked to one lady, as I said, from New York. She didn't even know this morning that her flight was canceled until she got here. Here's what she had to say.
We actually didn't find out until we walked into the airport this morning. We didn't get any notifications from the airline, so I guess we're going to figure out what the next steps will be. Yeah.
So you're trapped in Florida.
Trapped in Florida, which can be a good thing.
Well, at least she is optimistic here, but her, like many others, are trapped in Florida as of this morning. As you were saying, Stephen, this should all be opening up at noon, but we will see, because this flooding here on the tarmac, it's still very bad.
Absolutely, Caleb, and thank you for that. And as you're driving down here, you do kind of notice that the airport is sort of the epicenter of flooding, right? It's not too bad until you reach the airport, but it, of course, does impact traffic. And I do want to bring in our Josie Carbonari, who is looking into I-95, sort of the backups that are happening right there. Josie, what are you saying?
Well, Stephen, we came from West Palm Beach, sat on I-95, and we finally tried to get off on the Broward Boulevard exit right near Fort Lauderdale, but that exit was completely closed off. I tried to roll my window down and speak to a trooper there who was parked along the side of the road. He also was not sure which way to get onto the highway, so we tried to get onto the next exit. What we are seeing is a lot of people are being turned around trying to find a way to get to work this morning, and on the side of the highway we are seeing a lot of flooding, a lot of cars on the side of the roads. Right now you can't see that, but we did just pass some cars on the side of the road with major flooding. Even the area where you see a lot of the yachts and the boats on the docks, you can see that the water levels are very high. I also spoke with my family. I'm originally from the Broward County area, and my mother, who's a flight attendant, my father was taking her to the train station so she could commute to Miami Airport this morning, and they could not get through. They said they also saw tons of cars stalled, stuck in the waters, and they decided to turn around. She wasn't even able to make it to work this morning, but we are continuing to follow this all very closely. We are trying to get some of that video over to you guys so you can see what we're seeing, and we'll have an update here within the next half hour. Back to you guys.
All right, Josie, thank you for running us through that. I can speak from experience as well. Driving down here from Palm Beach County, you did hit those rough spots, and you did see some cars even wrecked on the side of the road. So definitely be careful if you're headed this way. We know a lot of people fly out of Fort Lauderdale International Airport, so you will be watching if this opens up at noon, and we're going to, of course, keep you updated as well on air, online, because again, like I said, a lot of drying out still to do here, but you can count on us to keep you updated. Aaron?
All right, Stephen, thank you so much. And our First Warning weather team will be monitoring the risk for storms here in our area as they develop throughout the day. Now is the time to download the free WPBF 25 News app. Now, when you do that, turn on the breaking news alert so that every weather update is sent right to your phone. Very important and very useful as you make your way throughout the day and really into the weekend.